Hello, welcome to the Slip Slip Sis YouTube channel. I'm Che.
I'm Gabs.
We're slightly out of practice, but we actually have to get moving real fast. Welcome to episode number 45. Today is Sunday, July 21st. I forgot it's my friend's birthday now that I've said this date. So I'm going to quickly do this intro so Gabs can go next so I can text him really quick. We are coming to you from our respective ends of California, and we have an action-packed filled episode for you because it's been many, many moons since
It's been no moons.
it's been no moons, but it's been at like 2 weeks since we did like a formal podcast. So we have lots to show, probably not that much to catch up on because you know all about our lives, and here we are. So all our information will be down below. Again, we're kind of, and by we, I mean I am revamping a little bit of our YouTube description to kind of simplify it a little bit because I realize it's a bazillion links and I don't know if anyone actually clicks on those. If you're missing some links though, please always do feel free to comment or reach out. But I'm going to send the text real quick and pass it over to Gabs to start us off with our FOs, or if there's any design things that I've forgotten about.
No, so we have a whopping 15 FOs to share with you today. So we're going to go through them very quickly. And we're grouping our first FO together. It is for our Poultry Palooza, which is a make along that we are hosting. So for Poultry Palooza, you basically make a poultry themed amigurumi. It can be a chicken, a goose, a duck. You can make, I guess you can make eggs, like you can make a nest or something like that, or I don't know, something poultry, whatever poultry means to you. And you can enter, honestly, please, please, please enter in our Ravelry group if Ravelry is accessible to you using the hashtag on Instagram. Okay, so it's great for us to get marketing, right? Because someone sees the hashtag and then they join in, but it's not great to draw prizes because if you click on the hashtag, not all of the hashtags get shown. If your profile is private and we don't follow you, we can't see it. It's really hard to draw prizes from it. Because I've like used the hashtag on one of our own posts, searched it from my personal account, and then not seen our own post, which I know is there, right? Or Chaley's posted, and I'm like, I know her chicken is here. Why can't I see her chicken? So please enter in the Ravelry thread. That guarantees that I see it. It guarantees that you're entered in. So the way it works is if you use poultry themed like yarn or notions, a project bag, something like that, you get a double entry. So you can post here twice in the Ravelry thread. I don't know how I'm going to do that on Instagram, honestly, right? Because you don't want to post twice on your grid. That looks weird, right? So again, if Ravelry is accessible to you, please use Ravelry to do this. And then if you use one of our poultry themed items, you get 3 entries. So we have, yeah, right. So we've got this rooster that Chaley has. It also comes in large project bag size.
Should I hold it again?
Yeah, Chaley, hold it again just in case. So we have a rooster. We have these really cute chickens. I've sold a bunch of these chicken bags. I think I've sold like 15 of them. I keep going back to get more fabric. Chickens. And then, Chaley, do you know what I actually realized was one of the poultry themed things that I have in the shop?
Eh.
Your turkeys.
The turkeys. Yeah, I thought you were purposely leaving those out, and I felt a little bit offended.
No.
Okay.
So I have, these are Thanksgiving turkeys that Chaley gave me the remnants from, and they have been in the shop since I opened the shop in, hold on.
Somebody buy the turkeys.
I'm gonna go look for them. I'll probably have to dig through my bin because they were one of the very first things that went in the shop. So my sister loves them. She thinks they're adorable.
They're hilarious.
I'm convinced that nobody's purchased them just because it's very clearly Thanksgiving, right? He's wearing a pilgrim hat. But okay, so if you buy the turkey
You
cozy,
can have 10 entries
sure. If you buy the turkey cozy thing, you get 10 entries into the giveaway.
and make the chicken or make the item.
You gotta make the chicken. So buy the thing so my sister doesn't feel so sad because that's literally the only item from my first, like, I guess, shop update that's still sitting in my shop. Everything else is sold.
Buddy likes my turkey.
And Kaylee loves them. So yes.
To
Uh,
be fair, I haven't used my bag yet because Dad made me the bag in January, and I haven't used it because it's thematic.
it's not on brand.
Okay, so our chickens that we finished thus far,
Mhm.
and we like to give them names. And
Yeah.
I like to stuff mine because it doesn't feel complete unless I've stuffed them. And I realize that that's a problem, but I live alone, so the space is mine. Do you want to do your kwai chickens first?
Okay, so this is my Kauai chicken. Mine is not stuffed because I do not live alone. And it made no sense to stuff a herd. I guess it's not a herd, a flock of chickens that I wasn't going to gift for 6 months. So mine is flat. Um,
You
she's
could put the eyes on.
I just don't have the eyes.
Oh.
So I haven't put the eyes on. She's open. I call it her C-section belly. I had a C-section too. Don't worry. I'm not assigning something that I haven't experienced twice. So this is Kauai, this is Kalani, the Kauai chicken. The green is what is it? It's earth yarn from Jimmy Bean's wool. Kauai colorway from Jimmy Bean's wool. This brownie color is Malabrigo, also it's like a one of a kind from our Jimmy Bean's wool retreat. And then my belly is mine's held double with the brown, and the blue is Chaley's.
Bless you. It is pearls and postulates splashdown.
All right, tell us about your Kauai chicken.
My Kauai chicken's name is Kayla. Kayla, the backcountry Kauai chicken, because she is named after our or one of our favorite guides from one of our excursions, whose name was Kayla. And we share a lot of the same colors. I also used Kauai and the pearls and postulates color. And then this is Gabs's from her shawl that I'm sure she'll show. And then this is also Gabs's. It was the Cecilia hat, and I think it's nitpicks, but I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Um, and yeah, I used it's a pink hook. I don't know what size it is. I use the hook that comes in the pattern. And in case anyone wants to know, we're pretty much like committed to ChiaoGoo for our knitting needles, and we use clover for our crochet hooks mostly, I would say.
Yeah, we use the Clover Amore ones that are kind of like ergonomic. They come in that like neon green holder.
Yeah. So I use the pink one. I can't remember what it is. And she stuffed this one I keep.
All right, next chicken, dude. What you got?
This is Trixie, the tropical chicken. I
Lovely.
had been thinking about this color matching for so long. So I had originally caked up this middle color, her belly color, her body color, to do as socks. And then I realized I had just finished my socks that were like the tropical vibe socks, which I'll show, I think, at some point. And I was like, I feel like that I should use that for the tail because I had so much left over. I still have some left over that I'm gonna give to Michaela. Or make another chicken of it. I thought I was like, they go together. But then I was like, let's try and use up all my neons as much as I can. So this is actually self-striping, which I really like. So this is Tropical Vibes by Jessup Vista Dye Works, held double actually with Fauna, which is from Whimsical Wood Yarn Company. The middle section is Berry Citrus Bliss from Hypnotic Yarn. This is one of my yarnables. The head and neck is Mermaid Lagoon from Woolen Women Fibers. I can't remember where the pink is from, and I can't remember where the nose is from because they were tiny scraps that I had left over. Everything is held double except for her belly because her belly, the yarn is actually DK weight.
This is Sylvia, the single ply chicken. She's very I don't know, her colors are pretty rich, right? So I have a lot of single ply yarn. And if you've been watching, you know we loathe it. We loathe
Oh.
we loathe the single ply, but somehow I have a lot of it. So I held it double because I was like, this needs to be out of my stash. I'm never gonna use it because I don't like it. But crocheting with single ply held double was not that bad.
Mm.
So I used all my scraps. That's why my tail is different colors. I used, these are Madtosh. This is a variegated that I got from Knitting Tree LA. There's much more of this that I have to still use. Then this goldy color is also a Mad Tosh. I think it's called like Golden Trinket or something.
Oh yeah.
This purpley color is a Truxton Circle from Neighborhood Fiber Company. Um, which I don't know if I got a bad skein or something like that, but it was actually pretty poor quality yarn. It kept like breaking a lot and it tangled in the skein. So I don't know if it was just a bad, like it was a bad mill lot, but it wasn't great for me. And then this yarn is the super, this will be interesting from Barker Wool Mad Tosh, which is why I ended up
Interesting
doing this wool.
crocheted.
It was the rest of the Super Bloom. The red here is Napa Red from Destination Yarn. It was the leftovers from a sweater I made. And then the silver gray is Dragon Scales from Knitting Tree LA as well. And my chickens have their little waddle. My sisters do
I
not,
loathe it.
which kind of makes sometimes at certain angles, I'm like, that looks like a duck, but it's still poultry. It's fine. And I obviously still have my open belly because I haven't stuffed her and she has no eyes. She's a blind chicken, but I'm a blind Gabs, so it's okay. You know, it's fine. And those are my two chickens. I haven't started a third, but oh my gosh, I have a crazy plan. I have a crazy plan, Shaylee. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Breathe. Let it ruminate inside your
Inner
mind.
peace, inner peace.
All right, what else you got?
Um, I have a blanket.
All right, let's
Hot
do
off,
your
hot off the
blanket
hook.
and then I'll do my shawls because those are
Hot off
big.
the hook. I have a blanket that I made for your daughter.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Crochet blankets are surprisingly speedy.
Right? It's not, I mean, it's obviously not full size. It's definitely like a solid lap blanket. I'm 5'3" and it comes up to like, I don't know, it's not my hips. It's like literally my crotch is what it comes up to, the
Nice.
technical term. Um, and so this is leftovers. So I feel like I have like really utilized my advent calendars. Because this is a very pink Christmas advent calendar, and it was from Suburban Stitcher. I made granny squares for my own blanket. I made a muscle burr hat, and I made socks and this blanket. And
That's
it's
a
held
lot.
double with Knit Picks palette. So it's DK, so it was a little bit bigger, which was nice. But I basically, there's like really no pattern for this. I started a granny square and then just kept going round, 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 round. And here we are. So this is a Christmas gift for Lenny, her youngest. And I used a blue hook.
Yeah, we
I
don't know.
think it's 4.5 millimeters.
I have no idea.
I just picked. There was no rhyme or reason. Oh, but I put a little border on it, which you can kind of see, except not really because everything is pink. But the border is hypnotic yarn, the cherry blossom?
Cordial.
No, cherry blossom.
Okay.
A1.
The one that we had the oopsie with.
We've had this yarn for 5 billion years. Yes, we finally used up the 2 skeins of it because we kept passing it back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have finished it. I'm not gonna block it because I think she's gonna drag it around anyways, and I'll get stretched out then. So
Dragging will block it.
yeah. Ta-da! Done.
Amazing. I like it. Lenny's gonna love it. All right, so I have two shawls that I finished. They were both one skein shawls. I first finished and blocked and woven the ends. My test knit for MC. MC, blame the knots. My department chair's name is MK. Surprisingly, they have the same name. Like their full name is the same
Oh,
name. They're both what's it called? My colleague is Mary Catherine, but she's Catherine with a K. So, this is the Between the Stars shawlette, and it's for the I-91 yarn crawl, which I think is in August. And it's really cute. It's like a little, it's actually, I think it's perfect for like if you live in California and it's kind of cold, but not like actual cold.
mm.
So you're like, it's California cold. Um, it is long dog yarn. I've had it. It's a one skein, and I got it from Black Squirrel last year. actually exactly like a year ago. Last year at the Wine Country Yarn Hop, Black Squirrel was our like added bonus shop that we went to. It's a really fun pattern. It feels slow in the beginning and then it speeds up at the end because it
Mm.
starts with all these eyelets, and eyelets are slow to knit. But then at the end, because it's knit sideways, it's all just straight up garter stitch.
Oh,
So it's like it's not the same, right? Like this is heavy eyelet and then it gradually like the stitches fade into garter instead of the yarn fading. So it's like a stitch fade, which I thought was really cool. Um, I used up almost all the yarn except for the little comb that was on my sister's chicken because I was working on it in Hawaii. I had some oopsies happen with it because my eyelet gauge is wider than my garter stitch gauge. So at one point I was like, why is this not decreasing evenly? Like I followed the pattern. It was just the different stitches required different gauge for me. So I just kind of whooped it and it was fine. But if you've been watching for a while, Gabs has gauge issues. So it's fine. But this is done. And then Shaylee finished hers before the previous podcast, but I finished my Super Bloom,
love it.
which is a pattern by Dawn Barker, and we use the same yarn. It was This will be interesting. I had to block it aggressively, and it's still like
Oh,
it's still a shawlette. This is a whole skein, but it's like it's really, this again is a California cold, not an actual cold. So I don't think I can gift this because it's actually quite small. Like it so I also had issues with this in terms of decreasing on the other end. And I realized it was because I was learning a new technique, that on the start of it, my gauge was really tight because I was stressed because I was learning a new technique. And by the end of it, I was like, oh, I'm cruising. But then it was not the same width at all.
mm.
So then I had to rapidly decrease to match it and not end up with an extra amount of yarn. But it ended up super cute. I guess I could do some more stretching, but I did aggressively block it. So this is also done.
Woohoo!
Woo. Socks next, or do you have something else other
All
than
I have are socks. I have 4 pairs of socks.
me too?
How about we just each do our sections?
Yeah,
I kind of like that, other than like instead of like one, like thematic.
I do too.
Okay, I'll go next. Yay. Okay,
Okay.
so I finished some socks and I don't feel like getting my sock lockers. So I finished this pair of, woo, that was bright. I wasn't ready. These are
Me
DK
either.
socks. I actually use my own pattern. These are from the DK Mixed Medley pattern. This is the Simple Seed texture, and I modified my own pattern and did none of the heel options, but did an afterthought heel because I know how many stitches I need for my DK socks. So I basically did the texture all the way around until I was done with what I wanted for my leg, marked that would be the next row would be where my I'm going to pop in my afterthought heel, and then I only did the texture on the front, and did stockinette on the bottom for the rest of the foot. So that worked out super well. The only reason I didn't put that heel in the pattern is because not everybody knows how long their foot should be with an afterthought heel, especially for a DK sock. But for me, I think I do 30 rounds. No, I can't remember because I haven't done DK sock in a while. I think I do either 25 to 30. I think it's 30 rounds for the foot. I typically do 45 rounds for my foot if I'm doing fingering weight. So these are done. The yarn is Hypnotic Yarn Sweet Liberty.
It looks like a watermelon.
It is watermelon themed. It was last year's July color. So, but I think she was going combo between 4th of July and watermelon.
I want it to be called Watermelon Crawl. That's its new name.
Okay. And then these are my latest vacation socks, still on brand, for the brightness. What? What you want? So these are Tropical Vibes. It was a sock set from Desert Vista Dye Works. Very pleased with these. They were super fun. And I'm pretty proud they came out pretty same in
Yeah.
terms of the striping. So, and I did not plan that. So here we are. These are fingering weights, sorry. And then jump square part 3, I also finished these socks a while ago. These I think were also started as part of vacation. I can't totally remember. Vanilla socks, pretty much same vibe that I always do. The colorway is Mesa Skeins, and these the colorway name is Peach Sunrise. But then, surprise, we're going autumnal. Uh,
Is it though? It's more a transitional color. Look how bright that pink is.
I think it's just the brightness of my screen.
Mhm.
It's more of a burgundy, like a Merlot. It's more of a Merlot. And so these are another vanilla DK pair. I actually really like the fabric of this yarn, and this is another one of my yarnables from Hypnotic Yarn. And this was, I don't know if it was this year or the year before. It was one of the Januaries. I think it was this year. So the January 2024s, and it's called How Time Flies. And
Okay.
those are my 4 socks. Speedy, over to you, chatty pants.
I got it. I got it. It's 10:03 right now. I'm gonna be done. 10:10. 10:10. I got it. Okay, so you know how Chaylee uses those light bulb stitch markers and she counts her rows and is no, Gowns does not count rows. So I did that. I tried to count rows and I tried to be like so good. And I was like, I'm gonna be like the crazy sock lady. It's summer sock camp. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
no, that's not Gabs.
poop
So
the bed.
first I made this sock. Cute, cute. And I was like, oh, this is great. It's very like varsity, it's kind of preppy. This
Mhm.
is the sock swap from my sister, and they're all Earl Grey, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, cool, this is awesome. I put in my little light bulb stitch markers, I popped in the afterthought heel, and then I made this sock. And then I put them next to each other. The heels are not in the same place, even a little bit. Because apparently I had 5 light bulb stitch markers, but it was too hard for me to find the middle of 5. Too hard. So luckily I had a lot of extra yarn. So I made mates that matched them.
Did
So
you? Are we sure they match?
yes, they do. And do you know how I matched them? Not I looked at them, I put them next to each other, eyeballed them, and popped in the heel, and they fit fine. And that's how I'm going to make all of my socks. I do not count. I look at them, eyeball it, and pop in the heel, and they're fine. So all of these, Chaylee had to give me more of the flannel yarn because I ran out. So that happened. But that's my those are 2 pairs of socks. Then in Hawaii, I was really committed to making my sister's Let Me See You Get Lotus socks because
I
she
don't
feels
know why.
I tried really hard. I did. And then this happened instead. Because
Oh, those are wild.
right? They're like dark, but they're Christmas. So the pattern was getting lost. I think it's because they're DK weight, so it would like the color work chart was wrapping the foot, so you never actually saw the full repeat of it. So this is Forbidden Fiber Company, the red and yellow, or lies, this is red and white, the red and white, and the green is Breaking Yarn, and they came out super cute. I made them sisters, not twins, and then the remnants went into a DK Magic Knot Ball that I am making. I'm on Christmas in July, by the way, if you're watching our Vlogmas, is I have done Christmas in July. That's why all my colors are red and green right now. I also did these, which are the holidays at Williamsburg that I got from my sister,
You're
which I think are
welcome.
cute. I love how they microstripe. Like it's
Yeah.
not full striping, but they microstriped. And then the red is Market Flowers from La Jolla. And I did like the color pop. And then they look tiny, but I swear my feet are this small. Like, and I did not count my foot. And look, same. Didn't count it. Yes, dear. Thank you.
Look what's inside it.
Thank you.
What'd you get?
Ooh, thank you. Really cute cuttings. All right, ladies, can you show me later?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'll say.
Lenny, can you go with your sister, please?
No, I'll say with you.
Okay, but you can't make lots of talking, okay?
Mom, hi, say I won't talk.
Okay, but we're doing a podcast, so you can't talk. Okay, we'll give it a shot. And those are my 4 socks that I did, and it's only 10:07. I did them in 3 minutes.
All right.
All right, whips. Can we do our whips in under?
By 10:20?
Hold on.
I'm gonna go next with the whips because it sounds like somebody is getting told to be retrieved by their father. So I only have 3 whips, and I'm very proud of the progress on one of them. I think I've concluded my stalling, and Gabs is now available to rejoin the podcast.
You said someone is being called by their father as I said, hey, Daniel.
Yep, I
Okay.
know you right here, locked in, locked in.
Okay, 13 minutes to do our whips.
I have a sock, a sweater, and a blanket.
3 sweaters, 2 socks.
Okay, let's do the sweater section.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. So
Go.
I have mine in my panda bag that I believe this fabric is now sold out of Gabs's
Yeah.
shop. So keep your eye on it. I have made progress. It's not gonna look any different for you all, and I'm very sorry about that, but I'm so proud of myself. I've made progress on my weekender. Look how long it is. Look at that. That's pretty good, right? I think I only have like 3 more inches that I have to do before I get to do something else other than round, 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 round. And you haven't seen this in a while. I'm doing the Weekender Light by Andrea Mowry. I think I'm doing the size 2. And the yarn is Honolulu from Destination Yarn. And I am helical knitting it to kind of make it even more so with like the variegated.
My turn with sweaters. I am making 2 Gina sweaters. This is the first one. It is,
Looks like a chicken.
It does look like a chicken. The red is from a Advent swap that I got last year. And the white is just Knit Picks Sparkle. What the exciting part is, I'm going to do self-striping for the sleeves in Christmas colors. It's insane. I'm really excited about it. You can hear the whole saga on Vlogmas of my thoughts on how I was going to do it because I'm having to knit this flat, which I'm not happy about. And just like the construction of it. So I'm back on track. But yesterday I was filled with anxiety and frustrated with it because I just wanted to knit in the round. I just want to knit in the round and it's not letting me.
Round, 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 round.
I just want to go round, round, round. And it's not letting me. But, you know, instead of throwing in the towel and saying the sweater project wasn't for me, instead I cast on another one. So I'm also
Make it better.
I'm also knitting the Gina for my Fangirl Fibers Advent, which is the League of Their Own countdown calendar for July. Now, I opened the July 31st colorway and I'm already knitting with it. So if you have it or you don't want to be spoiled, this is the time to skip. We never put timestamps in it, so do your best to jump ahead. Sorry. So I opened the July 31st colorway. It's called Dirt in the Skirt. Yeah, dirt in the skirt, dirt on the skirt. It's cute. It's so cute.
Oh, I love it.
It's so cute. So I've only knit the cuff because y'all, it is a folded cuff with a provisional cast on. Ugh. So I'm about to start the first colorway.
Loathe.
I know. And in contrast to my previous Gina, what that's going to have solid chest, striped sleeves. I'm going to have striped chest, solid sleeves. So it's an advent, right? So I'm going to stripe down the body and then do the pinks as a sleeve. It's a good idea and I'm happy about it. Don't listen to your little sister. Anyway, it's going to be awesome. So I'm going to open it. I'm opening, it started yesterday it was supposed to be July 20th. Haven't opened the July 20th one yet because I opened the July 31st one. So my advent's all out of order. And I wish that dyers would put the big skein first.
Oh, well, you
I
can
think
some for a lot of advent projects, you do use the big skein.
Yeah, that's what I was like, for sure. Like anything with contrast, if you're doing a sweater, you need like cuffs. If you're doing for socks,
Hot
for
take.
most shawls, you should space it like they space it, especially if the colors aren't made to blend. If it's not a fade, sometimes you need the space. So dyers, give that option, man, instead of just having to open the day at the end and then you can't open it in order and you have to say all these spoiler thingies. That's all. And
Or
I have more.
the big skein as like one of the days.
Yeah. Also, when you do it in Christmas, Christmas Day is very stressful. There's a lot of presenting going on, so you never get to open it and enjoy it either. Because it's like a flurry. I've seen we watch a lot of Vlogmas and I always see them be like, "Oh, here's this day," and then rush off to do something else because Christmas is stressful if you celebrate Christmas. Um, Talking about winter holidays, I am making a Hanukkah sweater.
I forgot we're still on the sweater.
I am testing it for Rebecca, who's the Jewish knitter. I'm so stoked on it. It's freaking awesome. I'm also knitting it on DPNs in the round in color work, and I love it because 9-inch circulars are not the life. No, I don't. Shaylee didn't even have the size 9-inch circulars I needed.
I would
So
have given them to you.
yeah, I would have asked to borrow them, but she didn't even have the size I
You
needed.
guys have sevens.
Yeah. But look, like I've got dreidels. These
Ah,
are supposed to be Hanukkah gelt, but Shaylee and I have discussed it's hard to make a circle, right?
yeah,
In a pixelated pattern. I don't think this clearly reads as gelt, but these are flames. So I feel like in between the dreidels and the flames, you either think they're gelt or latkes,
right.
which are fine. So this is a sleeve. I obviously have to make a second sleeve, and then the whole body. And I'm so stoked because the right here on the chest, like where I guess where like my chest flattens out, um, is menorahs. And it's like a big band of menorah, followed by like a tiny band of like latkes. So I'm so stoked on this sweater, and it's kind of like an ugly Christmas sweater, but I guess it's an ugly Hanukkah sweater. And I've never seen a Hanukkah sweater pattern like this before. Um, I've seen like commercial ones, but no. And we are not Jewish, but I always celebrate Hanukkah every year because my best friend is. And I grew up celebrating Hanukkah as well as Christmas. What you got, Shay?
Sock and a blanket.
All right, blanket.
Blanket. Okay, so this is in my float tote that I use as tote, no float. I don't know why we ever made the float. I should just kept it as a tote. That's all I really wanted, which is a pattern by Nitty Natty. And I made that pink blanket for Lenny. Lottie cannot not have a blanket, so started one for that precious angel. Good thing they got yelled at and had to leave. So I just started it last night. So this one is using my leftovers from my Land Before Time Advent for Yarnatius that I had used to make my Daphne Afghan. And so this is the start of it. It's much more of like the pastels, and like I recognize Lottie likes blues, but I don't like blue. So she's going to have to be okay with this. There's some purples in it and some greens. She'll be fine. So I started her blankie. And yeah, same process, just going round, 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 round. I magic knot each color once I get to the end of it. And I'm using the Knit Picks palette to hold double with it because I had bought all of these to use on a stocking and I hated making the stocking. So I quit it, bought some more, and now I'm making blankets.
Now you can tell them the size hook you have.
Oh, I was right, 4.5 millimeters.
Look at you, crushing it. All right, my turn. 2 pairs of socks. Okay. I am knitting, these are my out and about knitting. This is my hobby yarn. I cranked the tube and I'm popping on heels, toes, and cuffs, and it is scratchy. I would not recommend it for socks. It's literally called hobby socks, and don't do it. Um, the glitter in it that you can kind of see is basically plastic.
Oh,
Um, so yes. But some people it doesn't bother, right? Some people it's better when you like on the inside, but it's still pretty like aggressive. It's really cute though, and that's what's really upsetting. Like it's
yeah.
beautiful. It's just not great to feel. I cranked the whole tube, like whole tube. And I'm just cutting off portions of the tube to make socks. I think I'm gonna get 2 pairs of socks, so 4 socks total out of it. And it's another Christmas in July, what's it called? Project. I'm also knitting in Christmas colors the Stephen West surprise sock along, and I'm very bitter about it. Um, this is not positive. This is not a positive review. I told Shaylee to save herself. Literally, I told her, I was like, get out. Save yourself, don't do it.
Save yourself.
Yeah.
This is literally me as Kate Winslet on the whole door to myself.
It's
And
too
you were
late.
Leonardo DiCaprio, and I'm like, get off of me.
Yeah, it's too late for me. No, like this is a pain. It's a pain. But I committed to it, and I also spent $6. So I, oops, should have told you a warning, but you heard me talking about it, so you know. These are the socks I'm through clue 2. This was knit. The leg was knit flat. The leg was knit flat. And then you had to join it via provisional cast on, which is already a pain in the butt, but you had to join it with an I-cord cast off in a different color. This was supposed to be striped, but I said F it and did not do that. And then you put on the cuff, which was of course shockingly easy. And then I put on my heel, which there was an option for a brioche heel, but I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Yes. So I'm ready for the next clue. I'm really concerned it's going to be hella hard because the pattern told me to break this yarn. I have no yarn attached to it right now. None, which means it's not going to be a regular gusset decrease in the round. And I'm like, if I have to provisional cast on the freaking foot.
And then graft it.
Yeah, which I am like really sure I have to do. So save yourself. Unless you love how this looks and you love this technique, save yourself. Someone DM'd us on Instagram and it was like, my husband says that Stephen West patterns are like getting homework on a Friday night. And I'm like,
Unnecessary.
facts.
I
Yeah,
read that too after you heard respond. I was like, that was funny.
it's hilarious. So yeah, no, not for me. This is my last Stephen West pattern because they do not spark joy. They spark rage.
Yeah. Yeah. So my socks are aptly named by my sister because the what's the name of the something opportunity?
Color opportunity.
Color opportunity. Well, Gabs told me to call my Save Yourself socks the missed opportunity, because I had already picked out the yarn and done like the provisional cast on. She's like, nope, 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 nope. So I
called her.
listened.
She called me because she knew I was mad.
I listened to my sister and yeeted it right out of there. So I am now making some nice stripy socks. And usually I don't put the main color in the middle, but I'm trying to use more of it because it was a full skein of yarn. And so the kind of brown is Cherry Coke from Punk Rock Unicorn. And then I am using 2 of my row ones. This one is Western Sky Knits Seed. And this one is 29 Bridges Steady. But for the other sock, because I wasn't sure when I was doing this for the Stephen West thing, I wasn't sure if these were going to be enough. I picked other ones so that the socks would be like, as Gab says, sisters, not twins. And I picked these 2, but I liked them still. So they're gonna be sisters, not twins socks again. And this one they're both Ashen Bumble. This is Copper Patina and Travel Map. So I'll do the same kind of striping on the socks. Right now, I'm on the last section. I'm basically doing 3 of each of the different colors. So I just need to do the steady one, and then I'll do like plain middle section and do tinier stripes around like the ball of your foot. And so I'm enjoying my socks because I got to cast them on regular and knit them in the round on the needles I want to use. That's all. And it's in my twofer.
Shaylee, it's 10:21.
Oh, sorry. Hey, I was fast. I only had 3 things. This is you and your sweaters.
All right. What else do we have? Acquisitions?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I have 2. So
Okay.
I'm going first. I've decided. Sorry, because I was ready. I have a birthday gift from Michaela, my best friend. She got me this gorgeous yarn. It's Ryan yarn. and she bought it from Coven of Stitches in Alameda, and she bought me the little chicken marker, and which is perfect because like this color totally reminds you of chicken. So I think I need
Yeah.
to make a chicken out of it, but it's called Melrose and I love it. And then I also got my Yarnable for July, and it's definitely been a hot minute since everybody got there, so we're good. These are some of the goodies. I think I might have put some aside already because maybe I was allergic to it or something, but I can't remember. I got try-on cords, and they are like patriotic colors. And then I also got this cute stitch marker, has a lovely like red, white, and blue star from Monster Knits. And I got Pop Rocks. I don't think I've ever had Pop Rocks, cotton candy.
You've never had Pop Rocks?
I've never had Pop Rocks.
I love Pop Rocks. That's probably why
Um,
you never had them, because I eat them all
um,
before you get to them.
that tracks. And then I do actually really like the color for this month. I also think it would be a super funny chicken. Look at that.
Ooh, I like that. That does seem like a good
It's
chicken.
called Oh My Stars. And I kind of want to make an America chicken now because that sounds really funny.
You could, okay. Uh-oh, here's a good, Gabs is gonna get political. You could make an emotional support chicken for election day.
Ah, apt,
Mhm.
apt. Yeah, those are my acquisitions. See that? 2 minutes. Over to you.
All right. So this is my portion of the yarn we got from my mother-in-law. So I have 4 indie dyed skeins, the beach bum, which I think Chili may have showed all this already. So
Nope.
oh crap, then I should probably actually take it out. Okay. I got 2 skeins of beach bum. It's called Pink Marshmallows. It's DK. And to me, this says that I could assign pooling this. I think I can. I got 2 skeins of that. I have 1 skein of Mominoki yarn, which in the color Nasu. And I have a sock set from Mandy's Makings called Fire Engine,
Oh, I love it.
which they all kind of like go. Like you can kind of see the palette, right? That this person liked. As a refresher, we got this yarn from my mother-in-law who received it as a donation. She's, I think she's still the chair of her philanthropy in her quilt guild. So sometimes in her quilt guild, people will donate typically fabric or half-finished quilts or something like that. But in this case, she also got some yarn. So we have that. And then Dad has some too. I also got this, which is Lion Brand ice cream yarn. I believe it is self-striping. So that should be fun. And then, okay, this is the crazy idea, Shay.
You're gonna make chicken.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. But I have to hold it double, right? Because it's not bulky enough to do on its own. So this is all that I'm not going to take all this out because you'll see it as I work on it. It's that like art yarn stuff that was really big in like 2005. Where you would make those scarves that like looked like intestines, right? That would go, or like yes,
Oh, not my bowel scarf.
so yeah, I'm not gonna, it's not a style that people are wearing these days. So there looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 skeins of it. I might bring it to donate to school, but I was also like, this would be really hilarious as a chicken, especially like this. Because it's like fluffy,
Oh, that stuff that actually feels like feathers.
right? Like it's fluffy,
I think you should totally do that.
right?
I
It's
think you're gonna
fluffy.
hate yourself, but I think you should totally do that.
I'm going, honestly, what I'm going to do at first to test out my theory is I'm going to make the comb and the wattle with it first to see how I like it,
Uh,
right? So that if it sucks, then I've only, you know what I mean?
right,
I'm only doing it for a little bit. So I think I'm going to hold it double definitely with something else to give it bulk. To
right.
to give it something to hold on to, because I remember knitting with that when that was all the rage, and honestly the only thing sold at local yarn stores was that. um I remember knitting with it and just hating knitting.
Right. It was always tight on the needles too. And
Yeah,
I feel like we used wood needles, so it got stuck too.
it was horrible. We used like 99-cent needles with this art yarn, and I am surprised I'm still a knitter. If you survived the early 2000s as a knitter, you are committed to your craft, because man, the patterns were kind of not that cute. The yarn was kind of horrendous. And at least in my case, the local yarn shop owners were really mean to you. But maybe it's because I was a teenager.
You're gonna show who your like advent was?
Oh, my advent. If you want to see our advent, watch our vlogmas, because I'll go into it. Unless you want me to I need to open the next day. Do you want to be on screen for it, Che?
Nah, put it in your vlog. You get
Okay.
some content.
I haven't edited my vlog for like 3 days too. All right, I do have Etsy shop updates, but I can do
I
that
think we
quick.
should do the giveaway winner
Oh, you're right.
first before we
Oh,
forget.
crap, I already forgot my person.
Well, I have my person.
Okay,
So the winner for me is at Ashley Orama 5989, and you are the winner of these two skeins. They're both cotton, I think. This is a nice cream or white, and this is a good teal, or like a nice robin's egg. So congratulations. Send me an email with your shipping address. Ideally sooner rather than later, because I'm traveling soon. Again, we'll talk about that a little bit later, but congratulations, Ashley.
I found mine, and this is um Andrea S24017, who's from Iowa, because she said in her comment, who loves corn and pumpkin, both good vegetables, and she's the proud winner of um this and the other skein that I can't reach of Jameson yarn, which I
Nice.
hear is really great and grippy for color work. So this could be super cute in like a color work hat.
I actually have another giveaway, and I don't know if Gab does, but I'm going to do it. I would like to give away this really cute Della-Q pattern holder. It will also come with a nice tapestry needle in it and any other extras that I throw in. You don't have one, right?
No, because I just sent 15 giveaway stuff
Great.
for
So this is our giveaway for today's episode. And since we're on a bird theme, comment below, even if you don't, yeah, comment below, what is your favorite bird?
What's yours, Chaley?
I didn't think about that. Let me reflect. Okay, the first thing that pops into my mind is vulture, but that doesn't feel right. But I'm going to commit with vulture because it's the first thing that fell into my mind.
Okay.
What's yours?
An ostrich.
An excellent choice.
They're fast. They kick really hard. And they're really good ignoring their problems by sticking their head in the sand. I like it. I should be a vulture.
Ostrich.
Ostrich.
Okay, now shop update.
Shop updates. Okay, Dad did a bunch of sewing for the shop for me, and I just finished up the stuff. So let me show you some of the cute stuff that Dad made. First he made these tulips, which I realized at first were good. They're
Ooh.
so cute. They're like gingham tulips. I also have them as small and large project bags. I made these, which I love. I don't know why I love them so much, but they are red poppies.
Wow.
I really like them. They give Miss Sours vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Kaylee and I, it was my
Government.
psychology teacher, but I think it was her government teacher
AP
um,
Gov.
in high school. So she had a very gothic vibe. Um, I also have these cute, I think this turned out great. It's comic books. It's Marvel. So this one, like you can see it, and Dad's more meticulous than I am about like placement. Like he made sure that like you get a full Iron Man, and so that like half your thing looked you get a full repeat. Same with The Office. I have this cute office yarn cozy, and Dad like positioned it so you would get it to see The Office, and like no one got decapitated on both sides. He made sure he placed it correctly. So I did that too. I finished them up when Dad sewed those. We also have some other cute stuff in the shop. We have a New Mexico bag in the shop. So check all that out. We are going to do a back to school sale starting on August 1st.
I was gonna say you all should get your orders in soon while she's still on summer gabs.
Yeah. So August 1st, we are going to do a sale. So if you like something, you can favorite it, all that stuff. So you know when it goes on sale. Also, the Crazy Sock Ladies summer sock camp code still works. So
Oh
if you
yeah.
figure out what the code is, or you just are like, hey Gabs, what's the code? I'll tell you. For 15% off still works. As does the code from Alindria Knits. If you're on her Discord, that code still works.
All
too.
right.
Is that all we have to talk about?
Just quick life things, I think, maybe, and then we might make it under an hour, which would be awesome. So biggest thing for me is I am going to New York this coming week. It is a work trip. I will be there for like 36 hours, maybe. I'm actually, it's probably closer to 30 hours. That includes the travel time to get there. I'm pretty excited. I have my stuff laid out on my bed to go to that. And then the week after that, I have a double trip. So I will be going to Palm Desert, and then right after Palm Desert, I'm driving straight to LAX, dropping off my friends at school and flying up to the Bay Area for a like 12-hour trip, I think, in the Bay Area. So I don't think we'll get to podcast unless we somehow have time when I'm there with Gabs then, but that's the day before school starts, so I'm not sure. So you maybe a while before you get like a traditional episode from us, but I'm gonna 2.0, I'm gonna give it a good old college try to vlog New York. Again, I tried doing it the first time and it was the trip from Hades that I went on. So hopefully this one is better, but that's what's going on with me.
Like Shay said, it is summer Gabs for the next 2.5 weeks. So truly, if you want something from Etsy, order it now. I did get Chaylee was annoyed that I didn't show my peachy
Oh.
mailer. So here is the peachy mailer.
You're
So
all welcome, because I feel like I can send her the comments. I'm like, why did you say this, but then not show it? Because you showed the gray ones.
keeping you people in suspense. So the order soon. I hate you'll probably get an extra because I'm still stoked on my peachy mailers. People did order already from there. That's why my peachy mailers is open. I start school in 2.5 weeks. I just got my teaching schedule. And of course, okay, I'm a drama teacher, but there's drama with our master's schedule. So that's always exciting, especially when it's not your schedule that's messed up. So that's great. That's about it. Kind of just doing summer.
All right.
Want to finish stuff. I am doing Vlogmas in July. I realize I'm 2 days behind, but we installed my water heater yesterday because it needed help and I had to shower in the hose outside my backyard. So it was a low point.
Yeah, I think
I don't know when you can next expect regular videos. I'm finishing Vlogmas in July, then Shaylee travels a lot and I start school, so there probably won't be too much in August. But if you have suggestions for challenge videos, quick weekend video vlogs you want to see us do, yeah, send theirs away. I know a lot of YouTubers do like, how many things can I crochet in a day? Except they're full-time YouTubers. So their day is different than our day.
How many things can I crochet in the 45 minutes I have after I fought LA traffic and made my own dinner?
0.
Before I have to go to bed to wake up at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, like 0 things.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think I've
Let
ever
us know. We're always up for a challenge. We have Labor Day weekend together. That should be fun. We're going to the baseball.
Oh yeah. We're
Yeah.
going to the Oakland Ballers
Yeah.
baseball game, which is my understanding. Okay, wait, sports, not really my thing. The minor league team in Oakland hosted, and Coven of Stitches is hosting a stitch and pitch. So if you're local in the Bay Area, you should do that because there isn't another one. Like there are the San Jose Giants are a minor league team in San Jose, but the local yarn stores aren't hosting them in San Jose. and I don't think I haven't seen San Francisco host one either. So if you're in the Bay Area, this is probably your only chance for it this year. I know up in Healdsburg, they did one at Pearls of Joy, but that's happening in 2 days. So I guess if you want to go, get your life together.
But we'll be there, and the Slips of Dad will be there with us as well. And maybe
Who is a baseball fan?
he actually is sporty.
Because and it's honoring someone.
Oh, lovely.
Curtis Smalls, who I did not know, but I said it, and Dad was like, "Oh yeah, I think he's a third baseman."
Yeah.
And the first 500 people get a commemorative cup. So maybe we should go early to get our commemorative cup.
You're my ride.
I'm driving.
Oh, I have a rental. I have a rental. Oh, thank goodness. I'll drive.
I'm driving you and Dad in Oakland into someplace I do
Well,
not know.
I was figured we were gonna go home and then Dad was gonna take us.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I know how to drive home.
I also can drive us to our own childhood home. I mean, your home. Okay. Where to go. But if you're interested, I think the link to buy the tickets is in the Coven of Stitches link in their Instagram bio. So check it out and find us at the game. We'll be the ones with the snacks and probably some form of matching outfit.
Oh, yeah.
That's Gabs' job. But thank you so much for joining us for episode 45. If you are a winner, please let us know. Congratulations again. If you'd like to enter, let us know your favorite bird. And I'm sure we will see you at some point again. Bye.